Twitch does not support Age of Decadence. It's not on the list of games you're sort of, allowed to say that you're streaming. So I have claimed on my page that I'm playing Age of Booty instead, which is, booty, decadence, seem related. Whoa. All right. So, new game. Welcome, adventurers. It's a very different game from what you're used to. This world is harsh and unforgiving and really doesn't take much to end up dead. In fact, it's painfully easy, especially if you try to play the game the way you normally play RPGs. When you roleplay a mighty hero who's able to handle any challenge and smite evildoers by the dozens. In this game, combat is always extremely dangerous. It's the hardest way to handle quests and progress through the game, and even a couple of thugs can easily put an end to your adventure. Keep in mind that you are not expected to beat every fight you're offered. There's no shame in walking away if your character isn't a killing machine. Optional fights are usually the hardest, so don't jump at the first opportunity to be brutally murdered. This game isn't linear and is not about killing people. Be aware that many people will not hesitate to lie to you, steal from you, or betray you should they see fit. Use your head, be careful what you say, and always look out for yourself because no one else will. Okay, I am into this. I am completely into this. Okay, let's see here. Centurion, so I hear you want to be a hero. It's a tough gig these days, son, so you best adjust your expectations. Now we've all heard tales of faraway lands where a hero can kill hundreds of men and all kinds of beasts in the blink of an eye. But here, if you go against 3 thugs and live to tell the tale, you should consider yourself lucky. Respect your enemy, son. Take each and every one seriously. They want to live just the same as you do, and they'll fight tooth and nail for it. Still, every man has to fight for what's his sometimes, so let's get to training. Tell me more. If you can't hit a man, you can't kill him. Sounds obvious. If you can kill him fast enough, you're giving him an opportunity to do you in. And defense, dodge and block. All right, let's just go for it here. Okay, so how do I do this? I can walk around. Hold the middle mouse button to rotate the camera. Okay, there we go. WASD, or whoa, oh, my hands were offset. I was weirding myself out there. All right, so that's how I can move the camera. I can zoom out. Oh, I can zoom way out. All right. So I right click on the ground. F and R for panning the camera. I don't think F and R are for panning the camera. I think that A and D are for panning the camera. Okay, so how do I fight? These guys seem to be training. How do I train? Where's my training? Oh, over here maybe? I can run. Okay, when I said step aside, Grandpa, I thought that meant that I was going to move on to a tutorial that would tell me how to fight. Okay, fine. Tell me about them. Normal attack, switch to faster attacks, and slower, okay, aimed attacks. Tricky fighters, take more skill. I mean, if you're able to open someone's artery, that's a precision strike. Make his weapon arm able to hit you as well. What about special attacks? Okay, what about critical strikes? How's that different from precision strikes? Okay, there's a lot of tutorializing here. Okay, now I need to step aside, Grandpa. And then what do I do next? I don't know what to do next. F1 for gameplay help? No, I don't want to read. I don't want to read so much. I'm on Twitch. Well, no wonder this game is not supported by Twitch, because there's a lot of reading. Yeah, I love the sales pitch of this game, but I'm having trouble figuring out what they expect me to do right now. Let's see here. Camera stuff, start and combat, inventory screen. This is what is this? Some kind of sword, okay. Put a helmet on. I have a net? I like nets. Okay, my character's wearing some stuff now. Can I attack this dummy? Can I start combat? I can't? Okay, is there somewhere else I can go? My only option was to say, step aside, Grandpa. Is it, oh, here's a chest. Whoa, tons of stuff. Bunches of different things I can wear. Sure, I'll get that. Whoa. What the heck is all this? Okay, well, so that was the training option. So maybe... Okay, maybe I should just start the game. Just jump right into the game. Alright, my background. Grifter, drifter, assassin, thief, praetor. Oh, it's a noble person. A lore master? Yeah, that would be a grifter. Tattooed grifter or a non-tattooed grifter? Go non-tattooed. I think it'd be Steve Martin from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Name? Steve Martin. All right. Looks like I would have to reduce some of these in order to increase other things. Let's go down in strength and constitution to up my charisma and intelligence even more. So I've got a bunch of skill points here. Seems like persuasion and streetwise would be important. Etiquette? Is that all I get? Stealing. That seems important. Yeah, let's go with that. As far as stabbiness goes, I should probably keep my distance from people. Let's dodge. Crossbow. Yeah, seems good. What now? We're loading stuff. All right. The world and an empire that once ruled it lie in ruins. Noble houses that lorded over provinces and stuff have been reduced to broken city-states. The knowledge has been forgotten. Another war approaches. Nothing but suffering for the common man. Untimely death. Start in Terran, a small crumbling town. I've been dying for hundreds of years. Broken stonework and stuff. Noble house has seen better days. House Daratan was one of the most powerful houses, but times have changed. Trying to maintain its hold over the local guilds. We arrived to Terran a few days ago and greeted you with a rows of crucified men. Crude totems to keep the raiders away. Why kill someone when there are men gullible enough to hand you their money? Alright. The inn is full of guests. After spending weeks and sometimes months on the road, they have an unhealthy appetite for cheap wine, stove-cooked meals, and women willing to share their beds for a few coins. people hanging out here. Let's talk to Petrus. Hey, Petrus. Steve Martin, come here. All right, Petrus, let's talk. Well, Petrus was an unknown and ordinary-looking man. The personas he created to pull various cons were well-known, often famous characters, usually wanted dead. He sold silver mines, treasure maps, magical rings, and resurrection potions. He foretold the future, communicated with spirits of recently deceased, and transmuted scrap metal into gold. He even managed to sell his own description, fake as usual, to some assassin guildsmen hired to put an end to his exploits. Steve Martin, says Petrus, recognizing you, what brings you to this quaint little town? Same as you, I assume. I presume that I'm probably being given this guy to talk to because I decided to be a grifter and maybe somebody else would have been there if I was somebody else. As you talk, a tired man in dusty weathered clothes enters the inn and looks around. Several caravan crewmen carry in his chest and bags. The man carefully inspects his belongings. After a brief conversation, pays the crewman. Hail to you, Master Gracious! It's been a while. How may we serve you? The innkeeper's attention is ungracious, which doesn't prevent him from gesturing to his servants to pour Gracious some wine. 3 fingers indicate the quality. Blah, 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 blah. Your room for me and stores my goods, blah, blah, blah. Sent for a good lore master. I'll need his services. And he tosses him a coin. This is probably my new mark. This should be interesting. Wish I didn't have to leave. Petrus reaches into his bag and pulls out a bundle of clothes. Put them on and go introduce yourself to the good merchant. All right. I'm a lore master. Are you? I'm the lore master you sent for. What do you want me to look at? Oh, I failed. Not sure what you did wrong. It didn't work. I have a gift for Lord Antitus. I wish I had appraised to be certain the gift is worthy of my lord and benefactor. Hands you a carefully wrapped scroll. So, I failed, but he's still giving things to me. It's a simple map. Why do you think it has any value at all? I'd rather consult with someone else. Thank you for your time. Oh! How did it go? Something went wrong. That's suspicious. Watch and learn, Steve Martin. So he comes back as an old lore master. Hobbles in. Blessed are the learned. Let's see here. Here's your normal voice. Here's your map. I'm keeping the rest. Surprised you couldn't get anything out of him. He was so eager to trust someone. Talk to Fane, local lore master. If that has any value, he'll take it off your hands. You must leave now before the town realizes the healing elixirs are sold there. Nothing but water mixed with cheap dye and fancy bottles. Any other tips on doing business here? Linos can put your talents to good use. Runs the local chapter of the Commercium. If you prefer to work with honest people, pay respect to the 40 thieves. Well, that's funny that the 40 thieves are the honest people. Alright, so. Opening the door. Let's look around. What am I doing here? Merchants, mercenaries. Who do I want to talk to? A dwelling. A dwelling. So is there... Okay, I hit tab and that... Maybe that highlights things that I can interact with? Is there a map? There's a map. I don't know where I am, though. There's the inn. Okay, I guess I'm here. Fang is across the street. Alright. Across which street? I'm not sure. Oh, Fang! There's Fang. Let's head over this way. Actually, character screen. So I just got some skill points. Clearly my persuasion needs some help. But I'm not quite there yet, so... What do you want? Hi, Fang. Fang came to town with a caravan 2 decades ago. Nobody knew where he came from. Hey, Sparks V! Oh yeah, sorry Sparks V, we're not actually playing Age of Booty. We're playing Age of Decadence, which isn't listed on Twitch, and so I had to choose something. So I chose the title that sounded closest to Age of Decadence, and that was hilarious. So there's no booty here, there's only Decadence. Nobody knew where he came from or why, and the bitterness of a man soured by the memory of the life he lost. He's well versed in languages and antiquities. With the town already had a lore master. Fortunately for Fang, the lore master soon fell sick and passed away, despite the best efforts of the local alchemist, who was quite puzzled by his symptoms. Fang sounds pretty unscrupulous. Shortly thereafter, Fang became the new lore master and even earned the favor of Lord Antidus after discovering a number of Daratan relics. What is it? Asked Fang with irritation, acknowledging your presence and putting down some mechanism he was studying. Can you appraise something for me? Here's a map. A wise choice. Many people sell very valuable items without realizing their value. This, I can't believe it. It can't be. This is an extremely valuable artifact. I'll be honored to research it for you, but it will cost you 50 Imperials. Easy there, Fang. Don't want to play one on me. Leave this valuable artifact act for farmers and discuss a reasonable price. Because I'm a grifter, I can pull that crap off. Alright, we'll leave the act for the farmers then. It's a very old map of this region. I wouldn't pay 10 coins for it, but I know someone who will give you at least 100 Imperials. That's what you'll pay me. That's what you'll pay me 20 Imperials for. Do we have a deal? Sure. I'll say, so I gain new insight, level arts, and trades. It can be used to increase your non-combat skills. One civil... Okay, interesting. So they've got general skill points that you can earn for insight, for just random, things that you accomplish. But then some of these skill points will be directly channeled at certain types of skills. Here's the money. What can you tell me? Not much to tell you, to be honest. The map bears the seal of Thorikoff the Artificer, one of the High Lords. I assume that's his temple in the middle. That's all I can really tell you. Talk to Antidus if you want to know more. You pay 20 gold, but you got some skill points. The High Lords? You've heard about the war with the Kantari, at least. You know, the one that turned this entire continent into a wasteland. Said that during the war, both sides summoned supernatural allies from other planes of existence. If you believe in such nonsense, many lore masters will tell you that the Kantari summoned demons from fiery pits of the underworld, while we, of course, summoned gods from some heavenly abode. But the truth is that nobody knows what really happened. What we do know for sure is the Empire crumbled and fell, leaving us ruins, a handful of towns, and stories to scare our children with. Fascinating. I'll go pay Lord Antidus a visit then. And it goes without saying that if he doesn't pay me, I'll be back to finish our conversation. Wait, you look like a capable man. There's a small matter I'd like to talk to you about. Lord Antidus has invited another lore master to Terran. Needless to say, I don't share his opinion that two heads are better than one. I'd be very grateful if you can find a way to get rid of the new lore master. His name is Cassius. He probably is at the inn already. Don't waste any time. How grateful are we talking about then? 50 Imperials grateful? It's a deal. Okay, so I've got a couple of quests now. One is to go talk to this lord about this map, find out probably about the main plot of the game, and the other one is to find someone named Cassius and try to make him go away. Before I do anything too risky, let's see if I can save my game here. So let's save. Head inside. Sparks is mourning the lack of booty in this game, and they did say that there are prostitutes working in this inn, so there might be something. But let's see, Cassius. Who's Cassius? Cassius, are you? You're Cassius. Hi, Cassius. Lucas is asking about the aged booty. So just to offer another explanation, I'm playing Age of Decadence, but Age of Decadence isn't listed by Twitch. So I had to choose the closest title, and I decided that Age of Booty was probably the closest thing to Age of Decadence. So, 42-year-old lore master Cassius, contemptuously called Young Cassius by his gray-haired colleagues, has never understood the appeal of digging through the dirt and ruins like a rat. Said he preferred to spend his time among neatly preserved scrolls, studying the work of many prominent lore masters of the antiquity and hundreds of accompanying commentaries he considered indispensable. Master Cassius was working on his second tractate, analyzing manifestations of the divine will in year 4052, when Antidus' emissaries invited him to Terran. Cassius arrived early and was getting tired of waiting when you showed up and graced him with your attention. Is there something you want? Lord Antidus has lured him to an abandoned house. Let me to escort you, follow me. Oh, that's interesting. Should I take him and murder him? I don't know if I'm really equipped for that. I'm not really much of a fighter. But I am a grifter. I wonder if taking Lord Antidus will still give me an opportunity to get rid of him. Let's try that. I'm not a violent man. I'd like to introduce you to Master Cassius, who's a personal guest of Lord Antidus. Master Fang asked me to kill him, but as soon as I The Elatians was involved, I immediately thought. What? Oh, so I just totally betrayed the crap out of Fang. Wow, okay. That was my only option, though, after I didn't quite know what was going to happen. I wish I'd been able to predict this a little bit better. You thought that Lord Antidus would pay you more to keep Cassius alive. Can I speak to Lord Antidus? Of course, after you prove your value. Thought I've already proved my value. Proven that you have enough common sense to know what's good for you, nothing more. Common sense is a rare commodity these days. You're lucky Fang asked me and not some thug who would have slit Cassius' throat without thinking. All I'm asking for is 2 minutes of your lord's time. Yes, I have persuasion and charisma because I am a grifter. Up front I was presented with 8 classes I could choose, and I chose grifter. So I'm basically playing this RPG as a con man, and not as some different kind of fighter. So let's see here. You stand in the hall of Antidus, signs of wealth and power all around you. Wherever you look, you see exotic tapestries and paintings, rare vases, gleaming statues. Ornate pillars run the length of the hall, all the way to the throne itself, where Lord Antidus is sitting in front of his audience, a group of petitioners seeking his aid and favor. Soldiers in the house stand guard, ready to shield Antidus. Enter the hall into a slaughterhouse at the first sign of trouble. Well, I should not attack him then. Wait your turn to approach the throne. Deller says you've done me a service. I think we can use a man of your abilities. Is that why you're here, to offer me your services? Lord, I was told you would want to see this. Do you believe in destiny, Steve Martin? Before you have a chance to answer, Antidus continues. I've spent more than a decade trying to find the temple and fulfill the prophecy. I've wasted a fortune and lost more men than I dare to admit. And just when I've decided to give up, you show up with another map. Coincidence? I don't believe in those. It said that every man is given a chance to change his fate, to ascend to greatness and immortality, to rise above the ordinary, and serve a cause greater than self-interest. You didn't come here by accident. Fate guided you here, and it will guide you to the temple. I'm getting a bunch of skill points. The temple? The prophecy? Another map? My apologies, says Antidus with a faint smile. You know, of course, that our empire has lasted thousands of years. Through military and diplomatic victories, we had conquered the known world. This is a very thick, long thing. The accursed Kantari came, they were taller. We fought the devils tooth and nail. When victories at hand, they called forth their gods. Can you imagine a living horror towering over the battlefield, sweeping it with its arms? Blah, blah, blah. The empire had fallen, for too much had been destroyed. Saddened, our allies, lords of the higher planes, left us to rebuild and restore. As you can see, we're living in crumbling towns. So basically, these guys got into a war. They resorted to weapons of mass destruction called gods. And it just laid waste to everything. And now we're basically in like post-apocalyptic Rome-ish territory. 3 lords of the higher planes, or the high lords as they are most commonly referred to, have answered our call. Glath Zor the Dreamer, Bar Hathor the Flame Walker, and Thorgoth the Artificer. The Artificer taught our Magi much and built many wondrous machines and engines of war. According to the legends, the Magi had attended the temple built by Thorgoth and studied the arcane art there. The centuries-old accounts describe the engines of war and the divine weapons in great details. I don't know if the weapons are still there. I don't know if the temple is still there, but I believe there's a reason why another copy of the map has found its way to me. It's fate, Steve Martin. It has to be. Over the years, I've spent several expeditions. They all failed. Looking at you, I think the larger expeditions were a mistake. Large groups attract attention. They're slow. One man, one resourceful man with nothing to lose but everything to gain. Yes, I see my mistake now. I'm pretty sure my quest is about to start. I want you to find the temple. Go to Medora and find Dominus Opus. He's led one of the expeditions. He was convinced that the towers hold the key to the map. Find Dominus. If there's a way in, he can help you find it. If not, seek elsewhere. I will do it. Expect nothing less from you. There's something else. Better be important, Steve Martin. Nope, nothing. Oh, right. You're headed towards Daratan. I think I just finished the Daratan thing. Okay, so how do I get out of here? Or I guess maybe I'll go to the Merchant's Plaza first. Make sure I'm equipped. Oh, okay, but the gate is here. And I think was I just at the palace? I can't really tell what direction I'm facing, which is tough. I think I want to head this way, but I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is where I was. There's Fangs. Is this the Merchant's Plaza over here? Seems like there's a merchant. Hey, merchant. Oh, a man in rich robes approaches you. A moment of your time, kind master. Lucas asked, by the way, if my character's Steve Martin, can I get him to sing King Tut? I named him Steve Martin because I was thinking of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, and that's kind of who I'm playing. Merchant by trade, terribly sorry to impose on you. I'm in a predicament. I deal in weapons and armor. Can't open shop until I settle a dispute with the commercium. I have no choice but to beg people to show kindness and do what they can at greatly reduced prices. That's the only for what I pay for these items. It's quite a bargain. Take a look. There's a house nearby. Streetwise. Bit too good to be true. One man's misfortune is another man's fortune, is it not so? The commercium's way of doing business is hardly unheard of. However, if you're having doubts, I'm more comfortable paying double at the market. Who am I to argue with you? Let's go take a look. Oh, I followed him. Oh, crap. Ah, that was... I didn't think I was actually going to follow him to a place where I could be ambushed. Is this... I don't even know how to... I don't know how to fight. Ow, I'm bleeding now. Was I seriously just killed? Holy crap! Holy crap, I was just totally killed! Oh, wow! Is this gonna send me right back to the beginning of combat where I will inevitably again be killed? Or will I get a chance to make a different decision? I didn't think I was gonna be going with the... That's the thing, sometimes you make choices with these huge consequences and you can't really tell up front. Oh, okay, fine, I got the point. Oh, I just gotta do all this stuff, other stuff again. Dang. I thought he was gonna offer me a bad deal or something. I thought I was about to look at some wares that he had right with him, right there in public, that were, oh man, I gotta do this whole thing again. You know, that we're just gonna have like something wrong with them, and I wanted to examine, you know, what the store interface looked like and stuff. So I did not think I was just about to follow him to a dark place. Okay, so we go to Lord Antidus again. Like to do. I've proved my value. Let's go inside. Yeah, Taylor, that killing animation was pretty dramatic. Show him the map. Continue. I'll do my best. Nope, I don't want anything else. All right, now. Okay, that's the palace. So we're headed back here, and this time I'm not going to fall for whatever that guy was doing. And I'm going to save as soon as I get down close to the merchant zone. It's weird that this is addressing me in the second person. I almost, because it's above my character's head, I kind of expect it to be his observations from his perspective. So let's save again. So interesting that the early, like, I think I probably, if I was a well-armored warrior, I might have been able to survive that first round. But since I'm not, they basically are just, these guys are totally willing to just murder me outright. Period. Oh, that guy didn't even approach me this time. Oh, it's just meat. Well, that's boring. Okay, this guy. Okay, some other time. Yeah, you're a bad person. Okay, let's talk to this merchant. Exotic dyes and things. I'm gonna buy weapons. Still inside the guild. So what does this guy have? Mostly just fancy clothes. Let's see here. Sneak penalty. Is there anything that like makes me fancy? That makes me like more persuasive? Oh, I should totally wear a turban. Only costs 1 gold? I am turbining the crap out of this. Alright, let's have a look at my inventory here. So I'm already wearing this. Oh wow, noble clothes versus... Yeah, I should wear my noble clothes and my turban. This tunic is crap. The map. I'm not even sure how to attack people, but let's head over here. Okay, so it's inside. It said inside the guild. Is that over here? Let's browse some wares. Ah, yes. So my guy, I gave him some crossbow skills. So I'm trying to see. Okay, there's a crossbow here. Standard crossbow, heavy crossbow. Speed AP2, AP2 reload, AP6 capacity 1. Oh, there's a THC bonus. See, it's a great conversation starter. I really like the writing in this game. Let's see. So I don't want the heavy crossbow. There's a bunch of damage up front, but it's slow to reload. I don't even know how many action points I have. But, you know, my guy, his style is very much... Yeah, I don't think I need to pose as a lore master anymore. Here, barbed missile. Okay, so does this thing need... I assume this thing needs ammo, right? And is it missiles that I use? Is it javelins? Regular missile. Damage 1 to 1. Damage 1 to 1. Damage modifier. It's just 1 gold. How much does this one cost? 1 gold. Seems like if they all cost 1 gold, I should get the fancy kind. It looks like it costs less than 1 gold. Grab everything. All right. So now, hand crossbow. Does this go in a quiver? Maybe? I'm really not sure. Got a cloak on. I don't know where these go, necessarily. I'll keep them in my backpack. I'll put them in my belt bag for now, just because I'm not sure. And we'll go from here. Okay, so I'm gonna head out towards the gate. See where this adventure leads us. Well, now I've actually equipped my blade, so hopefully that will help me a little bit in an ambush. I'm hoping that my guy's clever enough he can talk his way out of a lot of situations. I mean, he had that streetwise skill that really helped him, you know, that would have helped him avoid that situation if I'd realized what my choices meant. All right, so I got a bunch of skill points now. So let's get a little bit better at that crossbow. And let's get my persuasion a little higher, streetwise a little higher. Actually, you know what? Taylor's suggestion that I should own some armor is a good idea. I think that my noble clothes are good for being a drifter, and I'm going to be trying to avoid combat, but having armor as a backup probably isn't a bad plan. I don't remember seeing if there was actually armor. Where did I go? There I am. At the store. I think that was mostly weapons, but maybe there's a different store I can check out. Maybe this guy has armor. Oh, he's the alchemist. Never mind. Let's talk to this guy again. Let's see. What does he have? He got stuff I sold him. Aha, wait, oh, there is armor. Okay, leather armor. Okay. It's 125. This is 50. Auxiliary armor. 87. Well, if I get into a bad situation... Okay, so now I own some armor. I guess I'll put it on for while we're traveling, but I can switch into my fancy clothes whenever I want to. Come on. All right, let's save. And head out. Sorogan, we're not actually playing Age of Booty. We're playing Age of Decadence. Age of Booty is wrong. Is a wrong name. Twitch doesn't list Age of Decadence, so I had to choose something that sounded familiar. Or sounded similar is what I'm trying to say. A group of road-weary travelers trying to enter Terran. Their clothes are ragged. You have to pay a levy to enter, says the guard. We don't have any money, pleads the refugee. These are hard times. Please show mercy. Mercy? Any idea what it costs to maintain these walls? You're nothing but dead weight. What's going on? Refugees. Let them starve and die? You tolerate thieves running a guild? You can't let these people in? They pay everyone. How much do they need to pay? 3 Imperials a head. There are 5 of them, so it's 150 Imperials. Oh, yeah. Please help us. I'll repay your kindness tenfold. I don't have any money, guys. Sorry. I would have some money, but I spent it all on armor for some reason. How do I travel? I want to like go somewhere entirely different. How do I do that? Let's see here. Sent you to Madoran. Yeah, so I want to go to Madoran. How do I do that? Who are all these people? These are all refugees? Some horses. Is this going to be the end of the game for me because I can't figure out how to leave this city? Is there some kind of other travel mechanism I can use? A person I talk to? You're right, the music is really beautiful, Taylor. I don't know what I'm doing! Hey, bum. Go talk to a bum. Hanging out in the graveyard. Hey, bum. Wait, no. Oh, I'm waiting for someone. Alright. Hey, Undertaker. Business or pleasure? Pleasure? Pleasure my company you're seeking, that would be a pleasure. Is it free, mind you? Nope, I'm not giving you money for whatever random crap you have to offer. Is there somewhere else I can go? Is it like... Guess there might be a wiki I could look up or something, but it's... Or a fac. A game fax. So, yes, but I've got a reason. I've got this quest that says I need to go to... Oh, wait. Madoran. To find open... I assume Madoran's another place, right? Like another... Is it a place here? I don't see anything labeled. World map. Oh, what? Oh, wait, what? World map. Ah! There we go. I do it from the map. Ah, okay. Taking the demise of the Imperial Guards at the hand of the boatman as a good omen. Lord Antidus steps up to recruitment efforts. He double-crossed Fang and helped Cassius replace him as Lord Antidus' personal lore master. Fortunately, there's little for him to do in Terran. Thus, House Daratan does not benefit from Cassius' vast knowledge of the lore of the olden days. Mr. Fang has managed to escape, according to rumors, has resurfaced in Ganazar, quickly gaining Lord Maru's trust and favor. So time passes, and we immediately see the outcome of my decisions. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, X-Rogan, this actually kind of reminded me of one of the children's books that I read to my daughter periodically, where it's Elephant and Piggy taking a ride in a car, and they're like, you know, we can't go on a car trip without a map. I have a map. Get that map. We have fun. Okay, so Madoran. Set it place in the sand. There was a war. Just demolished it. There's gold. Okay, cool. Here I am in Madoran. Hey, Madoran. Who are you? That's the arena master. I don't want to fight in an arena. Go take a look. Huh. Once at the gates, new arrivals are dealt with surprising speed and efficiency. Slaves are taking the auction block. Paid for cargo. One trader shakes his head and turns away. Almost immediately he's approached by two rough-looking men. The trader, still in a state of shock, accepts their offer like a drowning man. Follow them. You follow him to a nearby alley just in time to witness the last act of the drama. The parting of the fool and his gold and possibly life. Thugs, now 3 of them, regard you as an extra bonus, 2 for the price of 1. What do we have here? Is that what you do for a living? Rob and kill the newcomers? What? From now on, this is my business. I haven't killed... Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. They're all going to stab me and I'm just gonna die. How come I don't get to attack first? Hit chance. Yeah, my hit chance is just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And as soon as I try to walk away, they also attack me. Can I not? Can I move? My hit chance is terrible. Yeah, this is hopeless. This is hopeless. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with this game right now. I'll avoid that next time. And of course, you know, I mean, avoiding combat is what they recommend that you do. At the very beginning of the game, they say, you should be avoiding combat. Don't do any combat. So, I've got like 15 minutes left. I don't think I was gonna make that much more progress in the game, but we saw a lot of cool stuff about this game. We saw They warn you that combat is deadly, just like it is in real life, and if you're up against 3 thugs, you're probably screwed. They had you making, they presented you with classes that include things like grifters that are just non-combat classes altogether, and warned you again, you really should avoid combat. I kind of had hoped that there would be some kind of con man way to participate in that situation, and so I kept poking around looking for it, and that's why I ended up in getting in that fight, because I was like, maybe because I'm a grifter, I feel like there ought to be some kind of thing I can at least try, but it looked like there weren't any options there. But at least theoretically, they're trying to support some really interesting character classes. And then when you complete a section of the story, it gives you a summation of the choices that you made and the consequences that they had, which was really cool, because it's very easy to sort of to miss stuff like that, to be in a game where your choices matter, but you don't realize that your choices matter, and communicating that to you is really important. So that was a really interesting game. And